I'm on my way to the place called Prehistoric dorp. I'm not going to go inside, I'm just going for a look around to see what it's all about. Well, I'm just going to have a look at the view from the outside, just for a very naturalistic tour, especially in the area in Eindhoven. Just take a moment of that natural sight. Yeah, it's very beautiful. It's very pleasant going out for a ride like that. And so yeah, it's pretty convenient, especially for cyclists, pedestrians, and especially for joggers as well, going out for a run. Like myself, a bit of both. I'm also a jogger and also a cyclist, but for now it's just me and my bike. And so yeah, it's going to be a very epic adventure. Well, here I am, walking with Bentegate Fran on our way to just outside the Prehistoric dorp. And here I am in this forest where there is a lot of nature about. Yeah, it's very beautiful if you think about that. And it's also the reason why I'm here. It's because this was the film location for Rad Bad, entering the Prehistoric dorp. Well, here I am, walking in the Prehistoric dorp, where they did the film location for Rad Bad. And where I'm going at the moment is that I'm looking for this longhouse. Here it is. Here's the longhouse, being filmed in a movie. You know, if you've seen a movie called Rad Bad, this is one of the main houses. You know, if you go inside, this must be the throne room. Okay. We're in this area where they did the sleeping, and especially with the hay and all of that. Here's the exit. And yeah, that's the cradle where they must have put the baby or something. Yep. It's this thatched building. It's unbelievable, and it feels so surreal to be here. That was the film location for Rad Bad. And it surprises me that how easy of a journey it really is. Here's the throne room. This is where Agderisel, who once sat until the Franks or the Carolingians came over and destroy everything, and even force convert the Frisians to Christianity, which didn't really work out. Here's one of the statues. I think she must be Freya. Freya, the goddess of love, fertility, war, and magic. And you could see the conical helmets used during the Viking Age. And you could see also here the round shield. The culture is pretty similar to the Viking one, because there has been some sort of a relationship between the Frisians and the Vikings. And when the Vikings came over to raid mainland Europe, some of the Frisians who already converted to Christianity, they fell under the victim of the Vikings. But some Frisians who held on to the paganism, they decided to collaborate with the Vikings or team up with the Vikings so that they would attack some churches and stuff like that. And in the movie of Rad Bad, you can clearly see, you can clearly imagine the throne room where you have Agderisel, and then sooner or later, when the Christians they came over and took over everything. And so yeah, and here you have the round shields, and especially the symbols on the shields are very symbolic, and you can also see some animal figures on the round shield as well. Okay, this is the outskirts of the building, where you could see the thatch roof, you could see the style of the building. And yeah, this is just one example of one such building, especially when it comes to portraying Friesland, or especially the Frisians in the early medieval period, when they're still, you know, clinging on to the pagan religion and stuff like that, which is a nature-based religion. For example, there's a tree, or the Agderisel. The Agderisel is one of the trees, you know, the very sacred holy tree, where it represents all the deities, the gods. For example, there's Warden in reference to Odin, and I can't remember what's the Frisian equivalent to Thor, but anyway, the Frisians who believed in the deities and the other gods and goddesses are pretty similar to the Viking ones. For example, you have Thor, you have Freya, you have Fenrir, you have Tyr, and also Loki, and other deities which were worshipped by the nature-loving, you know, the pagans. I mean, I love nature, and that's the reason why I come to such places like this, and especially when it comes to buildings like this. Okay, I'm gonna take another route where it's very quiet, so that there are not many people about. And here, this is also the location where, just next to me, there is this lake. This lake must have been another part of the film location for Rad Bad. However, if you watch the movie itself, it's all set in CGI. Although the film location is here, but whenever it comes to the bird's eye view and also the aerial view where you get to see the Danes in the longships attacking the Franks to help the Frisians against the evil Charles Martel, and also against the evil bishop, or the big fluffy hairy yeti called the Willebrod, and stuff like that. And so yeah. And in fact, when I watched the movie called Rad Bad, there are a lot of some of those disturbing scenes, and I'm not going to mention it that much because it's just too sensitive to some of those people. But especially when it comes to the cutting down of the holy tree, that really angers me when I saw that scene. And another scene which also really gets me feel very feisty. It was when Willebrod humiliated Rad Bad's sister before marrying Charles. And yeah, that's why I call that bishop the big fluffy hairy yeti, or he's one of the evil ones. And I don't want to upset the yetis or stuff like that for those who live in the Himalayas, but the thing is, that's exactly how I think about Willebrod. Here's the garden. This is one of the gardens which were first mentioned in ancient times, especially with the Romans. Well, this is it, my friends. I'm about to sign off from YouTube right now. I am now standing in front of that building where it's supposed to be, you know, a Frisian-looking building, you know, built by the Frisians, especially in the movie of Rad Bad. And so, without further ado, I'm gonna sign off, and tomorrow I'll be on my way to Bush by bike as part of my channel for my playlist, Cycling in Flanders and the Netherlands. Thank you very much, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye, and long live Rad Bad.